What's going on, boys and girls? JD here for some more Ark streaming before I gotta go take care of some stuff in WoW. And I've got a lot of stuff going on. I just kind of wanted to show you what part of that was. As you can see, I have an unconscious raptor sitting here waiting to be tamed. We're gonna meat tame this bad boy and give me a bit of a more vicious mount to use for going forward. I've been tweaking the stream a bit. I did a lot of tweaking on it last night. Hopefully it comes in a little bit better. I know it was looking way better over on Twitch than it was on YouTube, so that's, kind of interesting. Now, where am I right now? Well, I am what I would call, or what a lot of people call, Carno Island for this map, okay? So this island is covered in carnivores. There's the Red Obby Island over there. Our island is right over there. That's where our house is. So I managed to come over here, kill quite a few carnos. That's where I've got these green ramshackle gloves and boots from, and I've gotten several levels. I'm up to 49 right now. It's a great area to level in if you can handle it, and that's what I've been using the boat for. And I managed to knock unconscious a raptor right here on the back of the boat. So we're just going to try. I don't know if this is going to work out, but we're going to try to hightail it home with this raptor on the boat. There could be sharks. There could be a whale. I don't know. Is he still with me? He's still with me right now. All right, we're going to try to make it home and kind of do a safe tame over here where there's nothing to kill him. And then I'm going to learn a raptor saddle so that I can ride this bad boy. Now, earlier today, I was also able to tame a Pteranodon, however you want to say it, I always forget, and get him flying. I've gotten a few levels on, or actually it's a her. I've gotten a few levels on her so far. The flyer nerf is actually pretty severe. And I don't blame them for doing it. Pteranodons used to be so ridiculously OP as warbirds that it was kind of needed. And they've basically nerfed Terra's stamina into the ground. So you can't just continually barrel roll on them, and you can't continually attack from the sky. They're no longer the vicious birds of prey they once were, which is kind of understandable. So I've got that bird sitting over in the house, hanging out right now, and just kind of, I'm going to be using it for transport. It's nice to be able to fly finally. But now I want something that can be a little bit more vicious, that can kill. So we're going for our first true carnivore here with a level 75 raptor. Now I don't have prime meat for this, and I don't have kibble. So we're going to be doing the best we can with just a basic meat tame. And realistically, we're in a good spot. We've made it basically all the way over here to the base. I think he's still with me. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of the way over here. I can put a fence around the boat while I tame it if I need to. This tame shouldn't take a long time. There were a few people who said, hey, you should definitely turn up the tame timer. If you're playing by yourself, you don't want to try to stream an 8-hour tame. I kind of agreed with that. So while I won't go crazy with it, I did decide to go ahead and double taming speed for now. So tame speeds are twice what they were for me. So this guy, he's starving out. We're going to starve tame him. It's going to take a little bit. But while we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and get some spiked walls made. So let's see what we can do here. Crafting. We got spike walls right here. How many can I make of these right now? I can only make one. We need some more wood, I think. Now how many can I make? Now I can make 6. All right, let's make 6 of them. We'll get those made. Now, I made myself a pike, and I've got an extra pike here because I was doing a lot of fighting. In fact, I was doing so much fighting that my pike was consistently getting broken while I would be mid-fight. So rather than having to turn around and repair it mid-fight, I just made an extra one where I could just keep right on, swinging. Now, with where I've got the boat and where I've got the dino, I can spike wall. Basically, I think right there will work. Well, I thought it would work. There we go. And we'll go. I don't think that a Dilo will attempt to attack a raptor regardless, but we're just going to be safe. So because I can just go in and out of my boat right here, I don't need to have any other access to this back area like I normally would. And I've added some windows into the boat so I can actually access things. There's one on this side. There's another on this side. And then we've got one up here that we can look out of the back of the boat with. So we can actually get out here and see some stuff now, and that's kind of nice. Let's get some vision, because it's pretty dark, and I'm kind of scared of the dark. Alright, there we go. Now I got plenty of narcotics. I've got plenty of everything that I need. Let me make sure that I can see the dashboards here for anybody that might want to drop in and chat. So what I'm going to show you while I'm waiting on this guy to kind of starve down, like I said, is I'm going to show you me taming the Terra earlier today. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, showing a video inside of a stream. But I wanted you guys to, be able to be there even though you weren't there was the idea. So I went ahead and recorded what I had done as I tamed the Terra today. I'm just getting my screen set up where I can monitor the chat of both YouTube and Twitch. And I'll probably need to hit up my guys on WoW here in just a bit, so I may mute my mic while I'm showing you guys this video and go take care of that. Before I do, I want to go ahead and narc this guy up. So we can probably toss split stack. Let's split amount. Let's do 10. Okay, transfer these over. And I actually want to... Hopefully, leave me a comment and let me know, is my voice sounding better? I've kind of repositioned my mic, and I've changed a lot of the settings on the stream to hopefully begin to give a bit higher quality stream. That's the goal. So I just dropped 10 of those on him. That should add, a considerable amount of torpidity to him for a bit. Now, where is this recording that I want to show you guys? Let's find it right quick. Show recordings. And... let's do, pretty sure it's this one. Okay, let's open this. We don't want to start playing it yet, so let me pause. All right, now I'm gonna bring this in, and I'm gonna add a source. Let's do a window capture. Window 2, okay. And let's do. Where is this? Oh, I know what I can do. I don't even have to do that. I think I can just directly play this actually. But let me try. I think I can put this in here. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Since I'm not streaming at the moment, I wanted to show you guys that I am in the process of taming my first Pteranodon, and I wanted to show you guys how I'm doing it. So this is more of a little moment of opportunity than anything else, but I put some spiked walls kind of to close. We're going to remove that media source. We'll turn this window capture off for a second. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll come over here to this. No, I screwed up again. Here we go, this will work. Okay. So you should still be able to hear me, hopefully. But we'll get this media source going. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I've never tried playing a video within a video, so hopefully this works. What's going on, everybody? Since I'm not streaming at the moment, I wanted to show you guys that I am in the process of taming my... And so this is me taming the Pteranodon, and then I'll just leave this going for you guys for a bit. A little moment of opportunity than anything else, but I put some spiked walls kind of to close it in, just like we did with the last one. It's right over here on the beach, right beside the house. And I've been starving him down. It's only level 60, not a max level or anything. Torpor sitting at about 88.5. We're waiting on this to get down to 2,040 food, and then we're going to go ahead and drop the kibble in. For a level 60, we should only need 6 kibble or less. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and torp him a little more because I feel like I'm cutting it real close right now. And I don't see a reason to cut it close. So let's just go ahead and transfer 2 more narcs out. That's narcotics. That should be more than enough to get done what we're trying to get done here. So let's pop that in here real quick. Let him feast on that. That'll add about another, 60 plus. So I think it's 75-ish, actually. Torpor to this guy. A few people have requested that I turn up taming speeds or resource respawns. I'm considering it. Right now, taming speed I think is at a 2, simply because this is a solo play. There's really not a point in making it take upwards of 16 hours at times to do the tames. So we're approaching the 2040 mark, and I will get this done. All right, there we are. So we're gonna go ahead and toss the kibble in now, and we'll watch the, here's the taming effectiveness. It's gonna fly up. Looks like it's only actually gonna take 3. Let's pop that back out. No, she's eating it all. No, she ate it all anyways. Oh well. Yeah, so that's obviously on taming level of 2. So that means she tamed twice as fast as she normally would. So we ended up with a level 89 Pteranodon out of this. Not bad at all. 135% movement speed. We will not be able to upgrade her movement speed. That was the flyer nerf that was put in. Basically, used to, you could pour movement speed into these guys and do just crazy stuff with them. This one actually has quite a bit of melee damage. That's really nice. Stamina, health, not bad. Not a bad little bird to start off. Now, we cannot make the saddle yet. That's one of the things that I want to be able to make ASAP to get her to a safe spot. Saddles take chitin and keratin. And if we... She's going to try to follow me. Let me just tell her to behavior. Disable following for a moment. So if we come in here and look, I've only got about 35 in here. I need 75. I don't think I have any inside of the house. So here's what we're going to do. Demolish this. I don't want her hitting the spike wall. We're going to check the other side right quick where I haven't really checked. Everything looks good, looks safe. And with that, I'm just going to walk her up into the safe area that is the base. So we will behavior. Change the follow distance for medium. I really wish they would improve these menus because it really sucks. You know, they could have easily just given another... so now we're on lowest. They could have easily just given another sub-menu that lets you go straight to the one you want. Okay, so follow me, little bird. Now you have different various whistles. So if we come here to keybinds, we can look at whistle all passive, whistle stay put, all stay put. We want to use you is what we want. So we want to bring her over here. Try to get her to stay put right here in this area. This is what we want. And she's going to continue to be retarded. And that's just joyous. And the trike tail is going to whip me all around. Alright, so that's how I got my handy dandy little Pteranodon. And she's actually over here chilling right now. Inside of the base at level 96 right now. So we've got our trike, we've got our Pteranodon, we've still got all of our dodos, and right now we're in the process of getting a raptor. Now, to make the saddle for the Pteranodon, I had to go farm a new resource, right? This takes chitin or keratin, and to get that, I killed a bunch of turtles out on the beach. That's how I ended up getting my chitin and keratin. Now, what do we need for a raptor saddle? Well, we don't even have the raptor saddle. So I've been saving all my Ingrams, because I'm to that point in the game where I'm not just dying to get everything, right? I can actually hold up and save a bit. So now we can make a raptor saddle. So I don't have one. Let's go right here, raptor. Okay, so raptor saddle. We're going to need some fiber. And I think I've got fiber on board the boat, so let's go ahead and jump back over here. We can use this boat to get on this boat. And we'll open this up. It should have some fiber inside right there. There we go. So we can make our raptor saddle right now. That just takes hides, fiber, and wood. Raptors are realistically one of the best early game mounts you can get your hands on. So if you can get your hands on a raptor reliably, absolutely do it. Now I've picked up more keratin from killing the carnos. When you start killing carnos, you're going to start being able to farm keratin, and that's a big deal. That's a good thing. Kind of like I have 2 picks made, I now carry 2 axes around with me so that I don't run out of resources quite as fast anymore. Alright, we're basically waiting on this raptor to hit 1,040-ish. Forget the exact amount. Oh, I'm sorry, 1,095 hunger. And then we're going to throw a bunch of meat on it. I do happen to... I did remember that I do have 1 piece, just 1, of cooked prime right here. So when you kill high-level dinos, especially large high-level dinos, occasionally you'll get what's called prime meat. And it's a better meat. It's... besides kibble, it's really the best thing you can use for carnivores. Or the next best thing you can use for carnivores, I'm sorry. The problem with prime meat is that it decays at a super rapid rate. But if you can cook it and get it into a preserving bin, so this piece of meat, you know, it's got 6 hours wait time on it, I'll be able to feed him with that and get a nice bonus to his tame. Not as good as if I had used kibble, but that's okay. It's our first raptor. It'll get the job done. And we're almost down there. I'm going to let it get down to about 1,080 before I actually drop all the meat in. And to pull this tame off, like I had said in the video and earlier, I did turn taming speed up to 2, which means that my material cost to tame is now cut in half. So normally a level 75 raptor would take you around 45 minutes, 47:31 to be exact, to tame if you were taming it with raw meat. It would take 57 raw meat to pull it off. I'm going to use 29 raw meat, and I'm going to use 1 cooked prime, which will actually reduce how much raw normal I need. And so it's going to go kind of quick. But we're below the marker now, so I think we're ready to go. So let's get our meat. So let's grab raw prime, and we'll grab all of this. Let's come over here. We want to throw the raw prime in first, and then the rest. And he's going to start munching. And here goes his taming meter. Let's just keep an eye on things. We've got our saddle ready to go. Good. He's chomping down on this stuff. Good deal. And obviously he's going to lose a lot of those bonus levels. The max we could have gotten with raw meat would be an extra 13 levels. If we had tamed him with kibble, we would have gotten an extra 36 levels. So he would have been over level 100. He's going to be roughly level 88 for us. That's not bad. You know, like I said, this is our first, real attempt at a carnivore. So that's not bad. Alright, so I don't think we have much to worry about for him. I'm more worried that these spike walls might hurt him than anything out here on this beach is going to. So I'm going to go ahead and move that like in that way. What is this? Oh, you little son of a... You're not coming over here. I ain't got time for you. And there we go. He's tamed. Beautiful. Let's equip our saddle on him. And as you can see, he got a lot of meat left over. And he actually did break 100. That 1 piece of prime was super helpful. So advantages of a raptor. Obviously, fast. These guys, when sprinting, are fast. Okay? And that is very nice. We now have ourselves a fast ground mount. Can it fly? No, it can't. But there's very few things out here on this island that I have to be concerned with at this point due to the level of this raptor. So, for example, we got a dilo right here, right? Let's munch this dilo. We got compies and everything else. This is a level 30 dilo. Dilos are still going to spit at us and stuff, but that's okay. We're about to munch. So that guy's dead. And the other good thing about it is these guys make for really good harvesters. So we're going to truck away, then we're going to turn around and kill these kids. His HP is barely going down at all. And the other advantage of when you tame a dino is while he started at level 101, his leveling starts as though he were level 1. So the more I kill and I start gathering hides and I start gathering meats, the faster his levels go up. Not only his levels, but mine too. I actually gain experience when he kills things. And this guy's just going to be an eating machine. So, first couple of kills right there. He's already almost double his meat count. We've now got a hide and a meat farmer. And he attacks fast. I don't know what's up with this lag right now. This is very weird. This thing takes forever to kill. I'm gonna have to really work on this dude's melee damage. Because for his level, it's terrible. I could have killed this faster on my own. Did they nerf raptors as well? I'm wondering. 210% melee damage. He should be wrecking that thing. What are you running from? Get him out of the water. Alright, so we got our first level. Let's put that into, I want to say more melee damage, but I don't know. I mean, he felt super weak there. I definitely remember raptors being stronger than that. I'm slightly depressed by the outcome of what I just had happen. What is this? An iguanodon, level 75. Alright, let's eat the iguanodon. Let's see how this goes. Well, that was easy enough. I guess those other dudes are just super high defensive. I'll take that. Something's been over here beating the shit out of everything, though, because that one's running, too. Is it you? Are you the one eating everything? I'll eat you. Oh, hi, friend. So you gotta watch dilos, because in packs, even though they're small, they're still nasty. And a pack of dilos, a big pack, especially if they've got a couple of high levels like this 120 in them, and they all start spitting on you, you can get jacked up by a group of dilos. Even a big dino can. Don't let them be deceiving you and stuff. Alright. Melee seems to still be really good for him. How much does... Oh, he gains 30 or 40 points of stamina every time I put it into stamina. Heck yeah, this guy's good. This is like my chocobo, man. Oh, he's got the mated bonus, or she does. Yeah, he does. This thing's gonna be nasty to kill. Now you can pump dinos' healths by force feeding them meat if they're a meat eater, you know, berries if they're a berry eater. So I'm going to force feed him up as quickly as I can. Try to get him recovering some health. We're probably going to want to put some health on him because I'm going to be doing a lot of combat with him. We'll feed him a bit more meat. Alright, but yeah, raptors just fun to play on. You know, fast, they can jump. They're good little mounts to get us from point A to point B, especially if we continue increasing in speed or something like that. For now, he's just our starting fighter. You know, we're gonna let him start healing up here. If I happen to tame a second raptor that's a female and I can have her follow me, I'll be receiving a mated bonus, and his ability to attack will be even stronger. It'll be a little redonkulous. Now, one of the problems with the raptor, on the other hand, is his carry weight. His carry weight is not so high. So right now, we're at 101 of his possible 170. So they don't really make for very good farming mules or anything like that. Mostly just small, you know, quick meat farmers, a good little ground-based mount. Let's see how you do against a turtle. This guy's your level. Man, that turtle is jacking me up. That's for sure. Health is going up. We're at 210 out of 680. But he could probably go for a rest now. So we'll go take him back, let him chill out. We'll hop on the Pteranodon for a little bit here. And just kind of show you, you know, the gift of flight and how that works. Oh yeah, I had an Oviraptor trapped in here for a little bit today. Thought about taming them, but don't really have the eggs for it yet. So, not much point. What are you doing out of your corner? Sissy. Alright, so this is our bird of prey. Now, the raptor is still attempting to follow me. That's not something we want to have happen. Alright, so the bird, she's got a level ready to go. I don't know what I'm really going to do with the bird other than just invest in stamina. I don't really see anything else, you know, worthwhile. She's been harvesting a bunch of meat for me as well. In fact, she's a little bit overweight at the moment. But, so let's take her and unload her for a second real quick. Let's land her on here. So you land by using spacebar. And once you're landed, you can just jump off of her. We're going to grab everything that's on her right now. Take it in here. We can douse these. We don't need them going right now. And we'll just stick all the meat in here with all this other meat that I have. So I've got a nice supply of meat going right now. Now we want her to have some meat, obviously, because that's her food. That's what keeps her, you know, her alive and keeps her happy. The rest of the stuff we can leave behind as we don't need it. Alright, so let's put some meat back in you. There you go. Now she's doing a little bit better. So she flies at a pretty good speed. She's a bit faster than the raptor. Doesn't really have any kind of carry weight at all. So, you know, her carry weight is 163, about equivalent to the raptor right now. So with me, my fatty, you know, and all my tools and stuff, there's not a lot of extra you can use her for. But what you could use her for, at least early game, is if you're trying to get up on top of these hills the way I am to mine. You know, you could fully unload her, unload yourself except for what you need to mine with. Come up here, grab your metal, swing back down. You know, it's quick, simple, no big deal. What we can also use her for that's useful is, you know, she doesn't have to worry about the whales down in the water. So we can cross, you know, greater distances and go pick up these supply drops and things like that. And while I haven't really emphasized the usage of the supply drops, they're going to become more important because, you know, while I have a lot of Ingrams to spend, you cannot get every Ingram in the game. And the ability to use blueprints is a big deal. So being able to swoop out, pick up blueprints from places, you know, that's going to matter a lot. For example, there's a green supply drop right over there. I'm going to let her stamina fill up and we'll go grab that right quick. And while you do fly considerably faster when you're sprinting, you also burn through your stamina considerably quicker. One of the really strong things with pteranodons that used to be considered really overpowered is, number one, they have the ability to swoop down and pick things up. So like this little guy. I missed him, but I could have picked him up with my claws and taken him with me. I missed again. I'm a baddie. Get over here and recharge stamina. So you're able to carry smaller dinos in your claws. There's a dodo right there. I'll try to scoop that one after I refill stam. Alright, so like the dodo, the little lyso right there, you can scoop these guys up and carry them with you. So now I've got a dodo with me. And I can take that wherever I want and drop her off. You do that via right click. So if I right click again right now out in the water, there's one of those whales right down there. We'll just drop her in the water. And the dodo's gone. It's down in the water now. You can see her swimming away right off my right foot, heading back for that island. The other thing that you can do on a pteranodon is you can barrel roll. So if you use C, you'll do a barrel roll, and it's a powerful attack. Used to, you could build your stamina up where you could do 3 to 4 of these attacks in one go. But now, a single one, and you're pretty much drained of stamina. And I got way over here and was too busy talking to actually pick up the supply drop. Way to go, JD. But at this point, we can kind of start to explore, more of the rest of the islands. So over there is the Carno Island, like we talked about. This over here is Volcano Island. It's where the red obby exists. Where we're flying to right now is Jungle North. So you have Jungle North, Jungle Mid, and Jungle South. And this will kind of start to fill in some more of our map, right? Now in jungles, on top of these precipices and plateaus, there are lots of metal nodes. There's some right across from me, right over there. Under those trees, there's some metal nodes. And there's some very quality places to build bases in this area. So if you're playing on a server, keep that in mind. What you don't want to do is try to build where these metal nodes are, because you're going to piss the server off for taking away metal spawns. Now there's scorpions, stegos, there's a T-Rex it looks like down here, so we don't want to get caught down here and get killed, obviously. You've also got ponds. So if you ever want to do anything, seriously large, you want to get strong, you want to be a powerful survivor on a server, you're going to need sources of water to grow crops and things of that nature. 1 second, I'm answering my wife. The other advantage, not only of it being a water source, is if you look down in there right now, you can see a little beaver swimming around. And you can look to the left of that beaver and, let's see, can I get my mouse? Is there another way? Yeah, right there. Well, let's see. What about if I do this? There. So right here, there's a beaver hut. And inside of that beaver hut, these beavers have stored some magical stuff for us. Until we actually open that beaver hut and take something out, we're okay. But the second we do, these beavers are going to get pissed. And there's more than one. There's 2 beavers right there. So they're already kind of messing around right here in this area. What we're going to do is we're going to try to hop down here. And we're gonna run the gamut and risk it. Right here, cementing paste. This stuff is the bomb. Now we got to get out of here before that beaver comes to kill me. See that beaver? He's barreling after me. Now really, I want to get everything out of there. I don't want to leave the wood in there, because it won't respawn as long as the wood's in there. But that cementing paste is super duper valuable for anybody that wants to build high-end buildings, because it's a material you have to use when doing any kind of stone structure. Now what I'm hoping to do is get the beavers all involved fighting those guys, just like that. And I want to fly back over here while they're distracted, dismount, and throw all this wood out. There we go. So I've gotten rid of the beaver dam. Now, I'm going to show you other places where there are beaver dams. where we can actually harvest that wood, because that would save us a lot of time. And it's good to know there's a couple of Ankies hanging around here. That's nice. I wouldn't mind having an Anky go. Excellent little metal miners, but only in the right circumstances. So there we go. We went and we scooched us a whole bunch of really nice cementing paste. Real quick, real easy. That's our first trip into the mainland. Now, let's kind of climb up here a bit, and we're going to get a bit more of a better picture of what's around us. So over there is the northern waterfalls. It kind of looks like the edge of the world right now. And we'll fly over there and we'll take a peek at that. Take a gander. Keep an eye on your stamina, because if you drain all of your stamina in flight and you don't have a place to land and recover, this pteranodon is going to drop you and you're going to die. So either have a parachute or watch your stamina. Now we got a blue supply drop right over here. And there are all kinds of rivers running through this jungle area. So here we've got another pond, right? And just like with the last pond, there's going to be some beavers and beaver dams in here. There's also going to be some hostile dinos living around it, trying to eat the beavers and eat other wildlife that would be associated with the pond. Anytime you're in a water area, you need to be careful. There can always be leeches, and leeches can put things like swamp fever on you. So pay attention to what's around you. You know, check if there's any piranhas. Don't just dive in the water and think everything's going to be, you know, a-okay in the area. I mean, really, we're risking it already just because we... Oh, that was a good one. We just got a metal foundation blueprint. Awesome. Even our pteranodon is not safe just sitting here on the side of the beach, right? Anything could walk up and attempt to eat that at any time. So we're still on Jungle North right now. To our left is going to be Jungle Mid. And I'm not going to do a whole lot in the jungles right now. I'm mostly just kind of flying to show you the other biomes and the other areas. I don't know where I'm actually going to build my final base right now. It probably won't stay on Tropical Island North. Now there's a purple crystal. I can't remember what level those are. But you're going to find that there are several of these little islands like this, where this purple crystal is, scattered throughout. And one of them is full of Titan boas. I think it's the one just to the south of us. Titan boas are extremely deadly. Not because, I mean, they're deadly from a standpoint of just how hard they hit, but they're even more deadly because every time they bite you, it does massive torpor. And you will get quickly knocked out, and then they will devour you. Simple as that. So when you're going for things like this, make sure there's not a whole bunch of Titan boas sitting around you before you land. Jar blueprint, that's a good one for me. Awesome. I think, so over here you can see the trees starting to grow out of the water. We are now entering the swamps, okay? And this is also where the area starts to get a lot colder. And this is where you're going to start finding sarcos, aka crocodiles, and Titan boas and whatnot. So let's see if I can show you some. There's also some choice building area in this ring of the swamp. Now this is the Titan boa island right here. And this is where all the parasaurs are. Let's find a good ledge to land on where we can land safely and rest. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. There was a Titan boa right there on that ledge. This one will work. Whew. Alright, so you can see all the different snakes down there crawling around. We do not want to get attacked by those snakes. They will jack our worlds up. The big four-legged dudes walking beside them, those are, what are they named? Parasaurs. Those things are amazing XP to kill. They used to be one of my favorite ways to level pteranodons, was to just go down there and barrel roll through them until they were dead. Now, you can see down there that the snakes are being attacked. They're fighting huge packs of Dilos, and the Dilos are killing them. It's like I said before. Dilos, you know, we've been fighting them since the start of the game, but in packs, dude, they're vicious. They will attack anything and everything, and you can see them just going wild down here right now. This is a very good place to come and harvest experience once you get some high-end dinos, especially some high-end carnivores like T-Rexes, Gigas, things like that. Those Packies are excellent XP. So the area we're entering now is what the map is named after. This is where the map gets its namesake. This is the center. There's a floating island right here, and the swamps pour off of the ledges and make a massive waterfall cascade. It's very beautiful. It's amazing. We'll take a look at it down there. So it's a pretty BA place, but it is not a safe place, not even a little bit safe. It's a very, very dangerous place, in fact. There's lots of metal down there. There's lots of obsidian. There's lots of pearls down in the water. It's a great place, just in general, to go and harvest resources. I got to answer somebody's question right quick. I'm sorry. So lots of cool things down there. Lots of cool things in here. But fair warning, there are lots of alphas in here. It is not a safe place to go. It is very dangerous. Enter with caution, know what you're doing. There's lots of Argents in here, and Argents are very vicious creatures. There's a bunch of Argents right over there, in fact. They will chase us down, they will attack us, they can kill us. To the north of the center, you have snow north, and to the south of the center, you have snow south. And we'll swing by there in a second. I want to go see if I can pick up this yellow. I'm not sure if I'm high enough level to pick up a yellow or not, but we're going to try it. Gotta keep an eye on that stamina. It's getting a little low. Let's see if we can find a spot to land. So you can see down in the swamp right there to the left, there's a Sarco swimming after something. There's also lots of bugs out here. Bugs are an excellent way to level Pteranodons early on if you can find a good source of them. I know some very nice places on the regular map, the island. I haven't found as many good places on the center to find bugs to kill. But down there are some Sarcos, and there's a couple of new water dinos that, weren't in the game when I last played, that are looking kind of wild and crazy. This is where you would come to get frogs. So there's a frog swimming right here, if you are so inclined. Frogs are really good for helping make cementing paste if you don't have access to beaver dams. Look at that bad mamma jamma. That is a alpha and his pack, and they are doing work. And we do not want to disturb them from doing their work. We want to see if we can't ninja this fancy smancy crystal without being seen. Alright, all we got was another water jar, I think, blueprint. Let me make sure. Yep. But we've gotten 3 good blueprints so far. Now I'm freezing, and I will start dying if I stay in this area due to frost for too long. This is a good place to come get woolly rhinos and woolly mammoths if you're interested. And there's a breathtaking view over there, but I'm not going to show you right now because I'm not ready. I don't have the equipment, and I don't have the correct stats on my character to do that yet. If you're wondering what stats I'm talking about, I'll show you as soon as I land. I'm going to try to make it over here to this ledge because we're starting to have our stamina fail us right now. We should be okay to make it to this rock, at least for a second. We can rest here for a minute. Now, this is not a very safe spot. There's crap tons of stuff down there in that water waiting to come up and eat us. We're just going to rest here as quick as we can. So if you notice, I've started to put points into fortitude. Fortitude is just overall toughness of your character. It's going to determine, how well you can handle cold, how well you can handle hunger, how well you can handle heat. As you start getting up in the levels, some investment in fortitude is not a bad idea unless you want to invest in particular armors. I will take my fortitude somewhere between 10 and 20. I'm not sure how far I'll take it on a single player map because I'm not as... The statting that I would use on a multiplayer map is very different than the statting I would use on a single player map. I'll put it that way. There's a parasaur standing up here. I'm going to guess that means there's no carnivores up here, like a titan boa. So I'm going to land here. There is a dilo. There are some bugs, actually. Let's see if we can land right here on this ledge. And, ooh, there are lots of bugs right here. There is something right there. Snail? What are you? You are new. Those bugs, if we were hunting, are actually excellent for the Pteranodon to kill. Alright, so we're making our way south right now. South around the center. Over there, way off in the distance, is the blue obby. And somewhere... I'm not sure. Green obby is behind the center, if I remember right. And there's a whole lot of area back behind that floating island. I'm just not going back there yet because, like I said, it's very cold and I do not have a high enough fortitude, nor am I wearing thick enough armor to get back there at the moment. Alright, so right now we're kind of in what would be considered jungle mid territory. Well, we're still in the swamp where we're at, but to our left is jungle mid. I ate 3 raw meat. That's going to cause me some stomach pain, but it's going to keep my hunger up. So that lets you kind of get into the center area of the center. There's more beaver dams and stuff in there. And if you look over here, straight ahead of me, there's some ruins. There's all kinds of ruins all over this map. There's a lot of secrets to this map. Oh, there's a Titan boa. We need to find a good, safe place to land here for a second. Where there's not a Titan boa waiting to eat us. And you gotta watch Titan boas because they'll climb down over the ledge and they'll come after you. They are vicious, mean snakes. It's gonna be getting night soon. Which I don't think I want to be in this area when it's night. Alright, so now we're starting to get to the Jungle South area. And Jungle South it's kind of more newbie friendly. So like if you're starting out, you need a place to spawn. Jungle South might be a good area for you to spawn in. There's a lot of areas to build in, a lot of flat land. There's a lot of different dino types. You're kind of mid-map, that's good. Get a good view of the center. Right over there, the ice and the tundra and stuff, that is Snow South. Obviously. And then across the way over there, is the Redwood Forest. Now the Redwood Forest is probably one of, if not my favorite biomes. I really like the Redwood. I like to build there. But in the early stages of this map, there were a lot of issues with bugginess in the Redwood. You would lose dinos and not get them back. Just a lot of different things. So we're still kind of flying down the border of... oh, that's a Titan boa. We're leaving. There's been Titan boas on almost every single ledge so far. So dangerous. Lots of good hunting down here in this area, right in front of Snow South. Lots of parasaurs. There's another Titan boa right there. He is coming for us. We're going to go ahead and fly on. We're not going to hang around and wait to be eaten. This is a good place to come to start finding like dire wolves or wolves and whatnot. There's a Titan boa right there. We don't want to disturb him. Let him just chill there and we'll just chill down here. Works out for both teams. Now the Redwood has a lot of amazing stuff in it. It's very beautiful. You can see that gorilla statue hanging out over it right there. There's several others like that. If we look to our left, you can see Skull Island right over there. It actually has 2 horns on the top. Makes it look like Batman. It's pretty cool. Some people actually call it Batman Island instead. Now this island over here is sometimes safe to rest on if it's not infested with Titan boas. We're going to see if we can find a spot to land for long enough to get our stamina back up before we start trying to fly back, fly on. Alright, let's keep flying. So this is snow south, and I know that below here, this used to be the world's end, where this waterfall and that land bridge are. The land bridge over there that's usually what most people call it, is the land bridge. It connects snow south to the redwood. Used to be where these waterfalls are, this is where the world would end, and there would be a ledge and everything would just fall off. But not too long ago, just as I was quitting, the creator of the map expanded the map and started adding more stuff down there below all that, which I haven't been down to and I haven't explored. So that's definitely something that I'm going to be doing while I'm doing this playthrough. Now we're going to head into the redwood itself. Now this area that we're at right here, you can land on a lot of this and get your stamina up if you need to. Be very wary of pteranodons and water. You will get knocked off, unless you're really good at it. You will have an issue getting back on your pteranodon. It will frustrate you. Just be aware of it before it happens. Now the redwood is probably one of the highest concentrations of metal on the entire map. So on a lot of servers, the alphas will almost forbid you from even building in the redwood. And you will get wipes just for building there because of how many resources they don't want you fucking with. It is one of my favorite places to build, and thus it put me in conflict with a lot of alphas a lot of the times. It was one of the better places to come and find high-level pteranodons on several of the servers that I played on. But you can find pteranodons almost anywhere if you just take the time to look. It's by no means a requirement to live here. There are several dinos specific to each biome only. One of the ones that spawn in the redwood are Bigfoots. Now they're not called Bigfoots, but that's what they are. There's a lot of little rivers that flow up into the redwood. You can find lots of gallimimus and parasaurs in here. You can also find terror birds, which are those guys right down there. It looks like they've added additional monkey-style creatures in here. That's cool. Or sloth, or I'm not sure what these are. Those are new, though. That one right back there is a terror bird, and they are vicious bastards. There's lots of carnos in here. The terror birds are suicidal as shit. They will charge you and leap off of edges, coming to do whatever they can to kill you. And to give you an example of the density of metal that you'll find in these areas, is right up here. I just screwed up pretty badly, actually, by doing that right click. Let's hope we can make this flight before we run out of stamina. Ooh, and a crystal just in time. What timing. So here's one little metal patch. And this is actually, you know, a super nice flat ledge. A lot of people like to try to build here, and they get instantly wiped because people are like, yeah, that's, you know, several hundred to 1,000 metal depending on your gathering skill. You're definitely not building there and getting rid of all that. There are deer and / elk, I forget the name that they use in Ark for them, running around in the redwood. So it's a pretty cool place. It's definitely a cool place to build. It's very good just for sightseeing and whatnot. I'm waiting for this crystal to come down. It's probably not going to give me anything great, but you never know. So far we've picked up metal foundation blueprints and 2 water jar blueprints, which saves me having to spend Ingram points on those things. But that's good because I've got plenty to spend, but you know, I'd rather not if I don't have to. I think I just unlocked metal. Yes, right up here. So this is saving me 24 Ingram points just from not having to buy that. Now at this point we can start taming dire bears, and dire bears are really good. We can also start taming carnos. We can start making grappling hooks. Megalodon saddles are possible now. I'm to the point that I can start to build fabricators and electrical generators. So I can actually get electricity in the game now. Once you get to that point, you're going to start to need lots and lots and lots of pearls to build a lot of these things. But pretty soon I'm going to be able to build lights and furnaces, ovens for better cooking, and refrigerators for better storage. And at that point, we could take our little stone expedition boat and really amp it up and make it all high-tech metal boat that's much harder for things to destroy and we're a lot safer in. Then we really can start doing some heavy hunting. The thing that you've got to remember in Ark is it's not necessarily about how big your base is. It's about how useful your base is and how well you've developed your character. Your character is, you know, it is your equipment, it is your item, it is your weapon in the game. So, poor character development, you're going to find yourself really screwed. You know, I don't have a lot of HP right now, so if I can't really just lay into what I'm fighting and kill it quickly, there's a good chance that I get shreked, right? So I've got to be careful about things like that. So we got a bed, we got some hides, some flint. I'm not going to take the lumber, it's too heavy. I'll take these standing torches. We picked up 3 of those. I'll take the spark powder. Let's see, I'll leave the rest here. The rest is not worth me taking. Now these things are for summoning the bosses, and you got to have all kinds of trophies. That's something for way down the line. For now, let's just get out of here. We will fly on. We got some weight on us. Let's get rid of it. Probably these torches are not helping for sure. What's the bird carrying? Not much. So we're okay, but we're kind of heavy, and we're gonna start to slow down. The beds. Oh, there. That's not helping. We'll just toss that out. There's 7-8 pounds. I'd like to keep these standing torches, but they do weigh a bit. That's 16 pounds. I can make them pretty easy. We'll just toss those out. I am going to keep the bed just because I'm going to probably put it down somewhere. I may actually go place a bed somewhere in the redwood so I can start kind of building up in the redwood when I get ready. I'll show you one of my favorite areas to kind of start building in the redwood that doesn't really violate any metal spawns. It's almost always taken on every server I've been on. I was able to claim it on like 4 or 5 different servers, but almost always there were people that wanted to challenge me as soon as they found out that I was there. And the alphas usually don't care that you're there because there are better spots for really large tribes, and because I know how to build to where I'm not blocking any spawns, so I would talk with them and tell them, hey, you know, I'm interested in building here. I know that there's metal spawns around me. I'll make sure none of them are blocked, and I'll make sure that you guys have access. Now that furry motherfucker right there is a dire bear, probably one of my favorite mounts in the game, but they look all nice and they let you get real close to them and you think everything's cool, and then they maul the shit out of you because they have a really small aggro radius. Now back here in this crack is actually a whole new world. Tons of metal. There's 3 or 4 different ways to get into this area. There's all kinds of ledges that you can land on and that you can build on. So if you're on a PvP server, and I mean most people know about these places by now, but you know, if you're playing like with friends on your own server and people don't know the map very well, pretty cool place to come and check out and do some building back in here. So the floor, obviously there's metal up top, there's metal down below, there's a water source down in there. You got all these ledges all the way up that you can build in. There's wood, trees that grow back inside of here, because technically we're still outside. It rains in here and whatnot. I've come back here at level 1. If you can make it back here, you know, quickly and quietly enough, you can get back here at level 1 and start building. There's additional metal spawns back here. There's a water source back here. There's all kinds of glowing fungi to kind of light up the area and give it some ambience. It's just a really, really cool area. Now, at times you can get some really nasty spawns in here that will just shred you. I love to build in here, but I have had a lot of problems with losing dinos, larger dinos that fall through the world because of some glitches back here. So, you know, it's one of my favorite places, but it's also use at your own risk type of thing. There used to be some really cool ledges on this exit point that I'm going to go out right now that would allow you to access a hidden valley. There was only one way in and one way out. It's kind of dark, so it's hard for me to see right now, but it's way up here somewhere. Let's land for a second and get my stamina up. Oh really? You're gonna act like that? Alright, we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna try to make it to the top. There we go. Alright, so this ledge, now I think that it's been corrected since I last played. I'm not sure. I need to, hang on a second. Need to fix one thing right quick. There we go. Alright, so I don't know if they ever actually fixed it or not. Okay, it's not this ledge. I need to... Our stamina's up. Cool. So we gotta fly out a little further. It's this ledge. Maybe. Yeah. So this ledge is super flat. And you can actually build a very large base in here if you know what you're doing and if you're very careful about it. But used to, this wasn't sealed up the way it is now. And used to, you could fly back through here and get to an area that we all call the Secret Valley. And it's a huge flat plain of grass that the developer left open and available to be used. But even right here, this makes for an excellent little hidden base. You can hold a lot of stuff up here. Argents can carry up, you know, dinos for you and things like that to get egg farms going. It's you know, it's up off the ground, so nothing actually spawns there. There are several other really nice places. Here's a really flat area, lots of metal. If you build, you know, far enough to the left over here, you'll get away from the metal spawns and you won't have to worry about interfering with those. And then there's just a bunch of really nice flat ledges out here. Now, one of the advantages of all these ledges is if you're a flyer is like, you know, here comes a bunch of stuff to attack me. That's okay. I can just fly out here. Except for that those were Troodons and I'm screwed now because they poisoned me. And so I'm going to die right now. I am dead. And that's what happens in the Redwood, boys and girls. You die. So all that stuff I had on me is now gone. And I'm most likely my bird is also gone. We'll try to recover it real quick. I'll make an honest attempt at getting my bird back, but it's probably not going to happen. Which sucks. That's why we don't land on flat ground. Alright. Which area did it spawn me in? Alright, I know where I'm at. And I'm freezing, and that's not good. It's really hard to navigate the redwoods on foot. Like, super freaking hard. It wouldn't be so bad if I had some bolas and whatnot, but completely unequipped and on foot, it's gonna suck. We're probably gonna get smashed by terror birds. As soon as one sees us, there'll be a whole swarm of them chasing us. And that's where run speed starts to come into play. You've got a good amount of movement speed and you've got a good amount of stamina, you can potentially outrun a lot of your attackers. So there's a Mega. Those guys are really good at gathering thatch. But thatch isn't really all that hard to gather to begin with, so, you know, kind of your call if you think it's worth it. The place is just beautiful. Now you can actually build a platform that you can mount on these trees and build yourself a tree house on these giant redwood trees, which I've always thought was really cool. I had a buddy named Stumpy Nub who did exactly that, and it was really cool. And pay attention to when you see hostile creatures, because you can, a lot of times you can make one hostile creature attack another and get yourself to freedom. When you're running for your life, having these berries on your bar can sometimes be a really good idea, because you can pop them as you're running and repump a little extra stamina, and it might be just enough to have gotten you away. There are terror birds to my right. There are terror birds to my left. I'm full stam, so I'm just going to run it. If I can manage to pull off gaining a level, I will, I'll get 2% more speed, and we'll see what happens. My bird is still alive as of right now. And I know he's alive because you get a message. That's bad. Yep, Troodon. These Troodons are really annoying. That much I've come to discover. Basically, if my bird were to die, it would tell me up here. And I was getting close to him is what sucks. Now we're back on the beach. Oh, the redwood. I'm going to make one more attempt at going and getting this bird back. And if I can't, then we're just going to call him lost. Which sucks. You know, I don't want to lose the bird I just got, but it's not the end of the world. They're not nearly as powerful as they used to be. So, you know, all he really would act as a... What I am kind of sad to be losing is that metal foundation blueprint. That kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Now, one thing about the redwood trees is like these big redwoods, you can't actually harvest them. Let's see if we can get it to where we're not, at least not freezing. Now, when you're not on your dino, it can stay in flight like practically forever. So keep that in mind. That's part of why I immediately jumped off, which I probably would have been knocked off anyway. So it's kind of a, you know, moment of good luck in a moment of bad luck. Hey, look, I'm not freezing to death anymore. Awesome. My fortitude is saving me already. Now that parasaur over there is pretty smashed on. There's a terror bird right there. It sees me. It's going to come and try to kill me. We're going to start sprinting now. I'm going to try to run the terror bird towards this grizzly and hope this grizzly doesn't aggro me. Yeah, they turned for the grizzly. We got away. We got super lucky with that. Right over here is where that Trudon attacked me, so I got to be careful of that as well. Here come the terror birds. I'm going to try to get them to attack the parasaur instead of me. That's not going to happen. They're coming for me. Maybe I can make it to this megalosaur up here. Terror birds are fast and retarded as shit. So I am pumping stem berries right now to try to make it to these guys. In the hopes. No, go away, terror bird. Go eat the megalosaurs. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If a terror bird is a low enough level, you can actually knock it out. But not today, Junior. It's not happening. Alright, we're pretty much shafted right there. We're not going to get anything else done. That bird, I'm just going to have to chalk it up to bad luck and loss. It's going to happen. It's the second bird I've lost. You're going to lose dinos in this game. That's the way it is. But we still got our raptor. Had some good luck today. Not stressing it too much. Got accomplished what I wanted to get accomplished. I've got to go get some stuff done on WoW, and then I will probably be back later this evening. Got a lot of cool stuff available to me to start building right now. We gained another level, so let's look at that right quick before I do leave. So Ingram-wise, you know, we have a lot of the stuff that we need. I could go start building compasses and spyglasses, and I might need to down the road here pretty soon. I do want the wooden fence foundation because I'm about to start making use of fences. Let's see. Feeding troughs I'll probably pick up down the road. Bookshelves I will too. Should be a stone. There we go. Fence foundation. That's what I'm looking for. There's metal spikes. I don't think I need metal spikes right now. Now, I could be building swords right now. You would need to have gone with a club first. Swords are really good weapons. Ghillie suits are really nice for their hyperthermic. They keep you cool, but they don't really help with hypothermic for keeping you warm. They're not bad, but they're just not as good as other stuff. Chitin is kind of the opposite. It doesn't do good for cold. It's not bad, but it will definitely jack you up in heat. So you got to be careful with it. Let's see. That's a frog saddle. I'm not getting any frogs. There's shotguns and shotgun ammo. Aranio are the spiders. So here are metal pipes. I'm probably going to want those. I'm definitely going to want these metal water reservoirs because they hold a lot of water. And if you look, these things take cementing paste. Almost everything you can build with metal will take cementing paste. And here's our greenhouse stuff. We're going to want all that greenhouse stuff. That's going to really boost our crop production. Here's where we can begin building metal buildings. So metal pillars, metal railings, foundations, walls, doors, door frames. That's when you've kind of started to get to the high end, is when you can build all this metal stuff. Right here we got industrial grills. We're going to need a fabricator for that. So we've got to take the fabricator. We got to take the power. We're going to need all of this stuff. This is kind of, you don't have a choice. We're going to have polymers and electronics. Once again, you don't have a choice. We definitely want this industrial grill. It's super good to have that. Parasaur platforms are really nice if you're using parasers. We use those a lot more on Scorched Earth than I ever have on any other map, but I like parasers. I think they're good. That all those points we had banked up, we're down to 77 already just after making those couple of purchases right there. This windmills for Scorched Earth. It's how you generate power. And let's see here, because you have power outages that occur frequently there. So if you look, 24, 15, 24, 15, 12, those are expensive. And having the blueprints to do those for you is kind of a big deal. You really want to have those. Here's a Parasaur saddle. So there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be wanting to pick up, and there's even more down below. I mean, there's a lot of really nice stuff. Once you can build metal houses, right here is where you're going to get all your metal armor, various pistols, and here's your canteens. Here's your metal behemoth gates. Down here in the 60s is where you're going to get things like your Argentavis saddles, trank darts, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of really cool stuff down here, but you can see it starts to thin out, you know, the amount of stuff that's down here at these levels. And that's kind of a good thing because it allows you with your Ingrams to go back and start picking up other things that you weren't able to get before. So anyways, that's where I'm going to be calling it quits for right now, guys. I will catch all of you a bit later. If you've watched it, thanks for hanging out with me. If you'd like to see more, come by anytime I'm streaming, or hit that subscribe button so you'll get notifications when I'm streaming. I will say that the stream does look a bit better on Twitch than it does on YouTube, but I don't care where you watch it from. Just come hang out with me. Anyway, you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time. Laters.